All right, so let's start with the big story that we are tracking on WION at this hour. The Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has expressed interest in holding talks with its neighbour. Now, Sharif's comments apparently were directed towards India and were made as part of his address at the country's mineral summit on Tuesday. Now, listen in to what he had to say.
We are prepared to talk to them, provided that the neighbour is serious to talk serious matters on the table. Because war is no more an option.
But this is not all that Sharif said. He in fact went on to talk about how the three wars between Pakistan and India since independence in 1947 had created more poverty and unemployment for the country. The Pakistani leader further reiterated that nuclear capabilities were only for defense and were not meant to be used as an aggressive posture.
To talk.
While Shehbaz Sharif may have extended a diplomatic olive branch to thaw the frosty ties, the Indian External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar had earlier in the month of June said that it is not possible for the country to have normal relations with Pakistan until Pakistan revokes its policy of triggering cross-border terrorism. Since India's decision to abrogate Article 370 and to change Jammu and Kashmir's special status in August 2019, when India had effectively de-operationalized Article 370, the bilateral relations between the two nations have been pretty tense and no headway has been made to resume official-level talks on matters concerning trade, terrorism and even Kashmir. And to give us more insights in terms of what the statement by the Pakistani Prime Minister, of course, means, we're being joined in by our Pakistan Bureau Chief, Anas Malik, who's joining us live on this broadcast. Anas, good evening to you. This is an interesting statement that's been made by Shehbaz Sharif, but has he said anything new that we haven't heard before from the Pakistani Prime Minister? Is Pakistan really keen on starting some kind of a dialogue with India?
Last question first, Saleh, or the last part of the question first. This statement comes at a time when Pakistan is about to go into the election mode. Less than 10 days where we will be seeing the dissolution of the assembly, and the Prime Minister, who will be the front runner or one of the front runners for the next prime ministerial position, making this statement can be seen in light of what we can expect as and when the next government comes in. That's if it's his government. With that, this is nothing different that we have heard in the past. We've heard that at the Sika summit when he spoke to WION on the sidelines of the UNGA in September last year. We've heard this earlier this year in his interview with the Al Arabiya in June. Nothing different on that. The bigger question is, does Pakistan have the political capital to reinitiate or reinstate talks with India? Is Pakistan willing to let go of its narrative with regards to the 5th of August, which Pakistan has been pushing and ushering it in every talk, in every press conference, in every press briefings? That's the bigger question, because we've seen these gestures or overtures being done from the Prime Minister, and then we also see that a clarification later is followed. You see, and I can quote you an example, the fact that the Prime Minister spoke to Al Arabiya on the 25th of January this year. He spoke explicitly of talks with India. Then came in the clarification on the 26th of January, where it said that the Prime Minister, that any talks with India would only be possible in case if it undoes the 5th of August. Right. So the caveats are there, the riders are there. The bigger thing is there appetite locally? And in an election year, days before the dissolution of the government, this will be seen as a policy statement, as an election sloganeering as well, going forward on what to expect in case if he is elected back into power or his party gets back to power. Saleh.
All right, very interesting. Thank you very much indeed, Anas Malik, for joining us and getting us all those details there.